Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's take a look at your headlines as we get started here with News 5 Now. It is a big day across the Gulf Coast as some very important people, our elected officials, are sworn in. Plus, police investigating a shooting in Baldwin County and a busy street in downtown Mobile is closed. We'll tell you why. Those stories and more on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to News 5 Now. I'm Devin Walsh. So glad to be with you as I get situated here on this Monday afternoon. How you feeling, Gulf Coast? You know, we gained an hour of sleep this weekend. That felt good. It felt good. My husband said he felt a little off last night because it was, an hour. We were used to going to bed an hour earlier, but we felt like we could stay up later. But overall, I feel great, and I love it when the sun comes up early. It's so much easier to get everybody ready for school. I don't like it when it is dark in the afternoons, but, you give and take. By the time we get tired of that, it'll be time to change the clocks again. That's why I hope the clocks continue to change, because everybody will get what they want. You get what you want half of the year. All right, everybody, let's go ahead and check out our headlines on this Monday afternoon. We'll begin with our big stories and number 5. Satsuma police continuing to investigate an incident where a man in his vehicle collided with a train. Officials say it happened late Friday night on Jackson Road in Satsuma near Old Highway 43. The chief says the man was injured. The driver was the only person inside that vehicle. Number 4, firefighters investigating what caused a house fire in Mobile this morning. Firefighters were called to a home on Byron Avenue after 8 a.m. An official there said the fire started in a utility room and spread to the attic. People inside were able to get out unharmed. Number 3, crane operations at Mobile's Government Plaza are causing a street to be shut down right there on the side of Government Plaza. They are doing some work on a rooftop air conditioner, so they need some heavy equipment. They have closed down South Conception Street at Church Street. Pedestrians are being rerouted to the Joachim Street entrance. The project is expected to wrap up on Wednesday. Number 2, Foley police investigating a shooting that happened on South Juniper Street over the weekend. This one happening around 2:30 in the morning on Sunday. The victim was flown to the hospital. We don't know how that person is doing. 3 suspects were detained. And number 1, here we go. It was a full house inside Government Plaza today as Spiro Charigatis was sworn in as Mobile's new mayor. Charigatis' kids led the room in the Pledge of Allegiance before he took the oath of office. It's a new day in Pritchard as well. Carletta Davis took over as the city's mayor. And there are lots of other cities electing new mayors as well. Joshua Brown will be sworn in Bay Minette. Ruthie Campbell will be sworn in tonight to become Robertsdale's new mayor. And the city of Foley will also have a swearing in for their upcoming incoming and returning city council members, as well as Mayor Ralph Helmick at 2 p.m. at City Hall. So busy at a lot of city halls across the Gulf Coast today. Okay, well, we're going to talk about something that I was just mentioning to you, but I'm sure everybody's kind of talking about it around the water cooler today, and it is daylight saving time. And we're asking you, what are your thoughts on daylight saving time? Daylight saving time. So let's see what you think. Heather says, as someone who lived in Arizona for nearly 20 years, she loved not changing time. Okay. Donnie says, there's no daylight saved, and don't blame it on the farmers. They work from daylight till sundown and not by the clock. Carla says, the time change is net. Carla, and this is what gets me. This is why we cannot not change the clocks. I know I'm being a little opinionated on this, but I agree with you. As a former school bus driver, the children are at risk of boarding in the dark. Also, the sudden school bus lights startle drivers in the dark. It's just too dangerous. I agree. And imagine being a teacher and it's still dark at 9 o'clock in the morning. Can you imagine trying to teach kids when they're half asleep? I know they're half asleep even when it's light, but that's even worse. Let's see. Here's an idea. We should set the clocks back just 30 minutes. And the states that didn't observe daylight saving time set theirs ahead 30 minutes to be in sync and leave it alone. It'll be a win-win for everyone. Charles says pick a time and leave it. Paul says I want more light in the evening, not in the morning. Leave it where it is. I want the light in the evening time. How about a compromise? Move it 30 minutes. I call it daylight wasting time, Shane says. Ken says he loves having later days. It allows me to work, get off in the evening, and have time to do something before it's dark. I mean, I agree. I don't love it dark in the evening, but I really don't like it dark until 9 a.m. either. So, I don't know. Okay. Nicholas says, what about a permanent standard time and the same across the country? Not one on one and one on the other. Daylight saving time 365, says Robert. Jonathan says, spring forward, fall back, life goes on. All right, so a lot of good comments there for our question of the day. We figured that you guys would have a lot to say about that one. And I'll tell you what else you guys have a lot to say. You always have a lot to say when we ask polls like this. We put out a poll like this. When do you start decorating for Christmas? When do you start decorating for Christmas? Before Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, or I don't? Before Thanksgiving, after Thanksgiving, or I don't? What do you think? I just put up Halloween, okay? I'm not decorating anything for a minute, but I am decorating a little earlier because it is kind of nice to have Christmas decorations at Thanksgiving, maybe? I don't know. But let us know what you plan to do. We'd love to know that. And you can vote in our poll of the day or answer our question of the day until 5:30 tonight. That's the next edition of News 5 Now. You can find it on WKRG's Facebook or WKRG.com. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for me for News 5 Now. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Devin Walsh, and I'll see you back for WKRG News 5 at 5 o'clock. Have a nice afternoon, everybody.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.